Benny Hill couldn't have children, and now we know why. Benny Hill was born Alfred Hawthorne Hill on January 21, 1924, in Southampton, England, was a legendary comedian, actor, and writer whose influence on the world of entertainment is both profound and enduring. Growing up in a working-class family during the tumultuous years of the Second World War, Hill's early experiences were marked by a love of music and comedy. His fascination with performance was ignited during his childhood when he would listen to radio programs and watch films featuring renowned entertainers, developing a desire to pursue a career in show business. After serving in the British Army during World War II, where he worked as a corporal in the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, Hill returned to civilian life with a renewed passion for comedy. He began his career in entertainment by performing in local clubs and variety shows, gradually gaining recognition for his unique brand of humor, which often included slapstick comedy and witty wordplay. His early work on radio and television set the stage for his later success, particularly with the launch of The Benny Hill Show in 1955. This iconic program, which combined sketches, music, and his signature comedic style, became a household favorite and catapulted him to stardom. He made numerous appearances on shows like The Ed Sullivan Show and The Variety Show, showcasing his unique blend of slapstick humor and visual gags. His comedic style was heavily influenced by silent film legends such as Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton, and he would often incorporate physical comedy and visual storytelling into his routines. Hill's comedy was characterized by its playful and often risque nature, incorporating elements of farce, double entendre, and rapid-fire visual gags. The show featured a talented ensemble of performers who brought his outrageous characters to life, contributing to its enduring popularity. The sketches often parodied various aspects of British life, from romantic entanglements to social norms, and Hill's ability to poke fun at authority figures resonated with audiences. His most famous segment, The Chase, featured beautiful women pursued by bumbling suitors, all set to the catchy tune of Yakety Sax. This recurring motif became emblematic of his comedic style and left an indelible mark on pop culture. Throughout his career, Benny Hill received numerous accolades and awards, including the prestigious BAFTA Awards. He was known for his sharp wit and improvisational skills, which allowed him to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of television and comedy. Despite facing criticism over the years for his perceived reliance on stereotypes and slapstick humor, Hill remained a beloved figure, known for his genuine warmth and ability to make people laugh. His comedic genius transcended cultural boundaries, earning him fans worldwide and paving the way for future generations of comedians. Beyond his television success, Benny Hill's influence extended to film and music. He appeared in several films throughout his career, showcasing his talents on the big screen. His music, particularly the catchy theme songs and comedic parodies he created for his show, further cemented his legacy as a versatile entertainer. Even after The Benny Hill Show ended in 1991, Hill's work continued to be celebrated, with reruns of his show maintaining a loyal following for years to come. Benny Hill, the iconic British comedian and actor, was known not only for his unique brand of humor and comedic style but also for his striking frugality, which permeated his entire life. His financial habits were a reflection of the upbringing he experienced in a working-class family in Southampton, which instilled in him a sense of thriftiness that persisted even as he achieved immense wealth. Hill never owned a home in London, opting instead to rent a flat. This choice highlighted his inclination towards minimalism and practical living. For 26 years, he resided in a double-room apartment on London's Queen's Gate, a location he seemingly felt comfortable in, reflecting his preference for stability over ostentation. It wasn't until around 1986 that Hill moved to Fairwater House in Teddington, a decision that demonstrated his desire for a tranquil living environment, away from the chaos of central London. Even during this transition, his living arrangements remained modest compared to those of his wealthy contemporary. In a fascinating twist, there was a period when Hill briefly stayed at 22 Westrow Gardens in Southampton while searching for a new residence. This return to Southampton, where he spent his formative years, perhaps symbolizes a nostalgic connection to his roots and the modest life he knew before fame. Hill's choices regarding housing and living arrangements tell a compelling story about a man who, despite being a millionaire, lived well below his means. His frugality extended into every aspect of his daily life, including his shopping habits. Hill preferred to buy cheap food at supermarkets, demonstrating a practical approach to his finances that many would find surprising given his financial success. This behavior was indicative of someone who had not forgotten the lessons of his upbringing, where every penny counted and extravagance was frowned upon. Walking for miles instead of spending money on taxis was another testament to his frugal nature. Hill's reluctance to spend money unnecessarily meant that he often opted for long walks across the city, preferring the exercise and the opportunity to take in the sights and sounds of London. However, it's worth noting that he was not entirely against luxury. He would accept limousine rides if someone else was footing the bill, showing a nuanced relationship with money, one that balanced practicality with the occasional indulgence. Hill's clothing choices also mirrored this philosophy. He frequently patched and mended his clothes instead of purchasing new ones, showcasing an admirable commitment to sustainability long before it became a societal trend. Despite being a public figure, he never succumbed to the pressures of consumerism, maintaining his unique identity that resonated with many of his fans. Interestingly, Benny Hill never married and had no children, a personal choice that has been the subject of much speculation. Although he proposed to 2 women during his lifetime, both turned him down, leaving a gap in his personal life that he seemingly accepted. In the early 1960s, actress Annette Andre revealed that she had turned down Hill's proposal, which has led to questions about his relationships and personal aspirations. This facet of his life paints a picture of a man who may have yearned for companionship but ultimately remained alone. Following his death in 1992, rumors circulated regarding Hill's sexuality, with some suggesting he might have been gay. However, he consistently denied these claims. His personal life remained relatively private, which only fueled the speculation surrounding his relationships and choices. Beyond his personal life, Benny Hill had a profound love for France, a passion that earned him the title of a Francophile. He enjoyed visiting the country, particularly Marseille, where he could experience a sense of freedom and anonymity that was difficult to find back home. Up until the 1980s, he could leisurely visit outdoor cafes, travel on public transport, and socialize with local women without attracting attention. This love for France extended to his linguistic capabilities. Hill spoke French fluently and had a basic knowledge of German, Spanish, Dutch, and Italian. His talent for languages facilitated his travels, allowing him to engage with different cultures and enhance his experiences abroad. Traveling was the only luxury Hill permitted himself. Even during his trips, he chose modest accommodations rather than lavish hotels, reflecting his ongoing commitment to a frugal lifestyle. This pattern demonstrates how Hill prioritized experiences over material possessions, a philosophy that resonated with many of his fans. His travels not only provided him with joy but also offered a respite from the pressures of fame. Ultimately, Hill's choices in life, whether regarding relationships, living arrangements, or spending habits, reveal a complex character who defied typical expectations of wealth and success. As we reflect on Benny Hill's legacy, we are left to ponder the impact of these choices on his identity, his work, and his enduring appeal in the hearts of those who enjoyed his humor. Benny Hill passed away on April 20, 1992, in his beloved home in Teddington, England. His death marked the end of an era in British comedy, but his legacy lives on through his timeless sketches and the laughter he brought to millions. As a tribute to Hill's incredible contributions to the world of entertainment, many comedians and performers continue to cite him as an inspiration, reflecting his lasting impact on the art of comedy.